Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. Hope you're all having a good weekend so far as I'm coming at you today with a rare Sunday video. Don't usually upload too much on Sundays, but after seeing something this morning and now that it's circulating around from so many other different sources, I just had to address the teasing of the Titan RTX graphics card that I don't think many of us saw coming after the 20 series came out. And the reason for that is because we had already had Titan Volta, and I think a lot of us didn't think we would see a Titan RTX because the 2080 Ti was already priced at $1,200, which many of us thought in our minds, okay, this is replacing the Titan at that price point, although now NVIDIA is obviously pulling a fast one, as the Titan RTX has been spotted out in the wild by many sources and basically social media influencers posting images of their cards without really saying anything about it. It's just kind of like there, and they don't say anything about it, and it all feels very organized by NVIDIA, this like kind of like a social media like announcement of the Titan RTX without actually saying anything themselves and confirming anything in a formal announcement from NVIDIA. So I'm really pissed off about this in quite a few ways. As I said, the fact that all of these social media influencers are teasing out this card, and it feels very organized by NVIDIA, so you have to think that NVIDIA told them that they could post images of the card, but not in the traditional sense, because usually if there's like an unboxing embargo, they'll tell us, you know, the reviews can go up on so-and-so a date, and maybe a week before you can unbox and show pictures of the card on social media. But the way that all of the social media influencers are just kind of having it in the background or something like that in social media image posts and videos and things like that. I originally saw this over on Jay's 2 Cents channel. He did a video yesterday, the cutting open of an all-in-one water cooler, which I was watching, and then right here at the 2-minute 18-second mark, if I go ahead and click play on this, you'll see he moves his mini streaming PC mini rendering PC out of the way, and we've got a white Titan RTX box down in the bottom right corner, and then he comes back, he picks it up, and moves it over to the other side of the room where it remains in the background for the rest of the video. So that was how I first saw it, and like when he first moved the PC and I saw Titan RTX, I was just like, oh my god, did he just accidentally show that? And then a quick Google search showed that no, this is a massively organized thing from NVIDIA, and if that is the case, and if it's a paid endorsement in any way, they should definitely be disclosing it. I don't know if it is paid or not. I would have to guess probably not, because most of them are usually pretty good about disclosing whether or not they have a sponsorship or not, at least from the people that I've seen. Jay, Linus also had one. He showed it on the WAN show briefly as well. But the fact that they're all doing this in this organized fashion, makes me led to believe that they had to have either A, been paid, which I don't think was the case, or B, they had to have agreed with NVIDIA to do this, possibly to obtain the samples. So it's kind of shady, honestly, if I'm being honest, and not really too happy with how this has been controlled by NVIDIA, and it's just like it's basically a free marketing campaign for them if they're not paying these review outlets for posting up pictures and images of the graphics card. And it was also spotted over on Instagram. Someone posted up a picture right here. You can actually see the Titan RTX card inside of a system with possibly the most janky cable management I've ever seen in my entire life. The same was true for Andrew Nig. I don't know how to say that. I don't speak that language. You can see it here. Here's a bigger shot. You can see the Titan RTX card once again inside of a system with, again, some of the most jankiest cable management known to man. I mean, do you see this case? Like, this is a nice case. He's got grommeted cutouts, which he's used once down here in the middle, but then you've got all of this extra cable clutter just hanging around in the case. It's so sloppy. And you've got a card that we don't know the price on yet, but you have to assume it's going to be over $1,200. I mean, the 2080 Ti is $1,200. This thing's got to be at least $1,500, $2,000, possibly even $3,000, like the Titan V. And he's got it in here with a motherboard that I recognize right away. It's the Gigabyte B360. So it's like one of the cheapest low-end Intel boards that you can get for $90 over on Newegg right now. The Gigabyte B360 HD3. This is the exact motherboard that he is using in this system with an Intel stock cooler, no less. So he's using janky cable management, an Intel stock cooler, a $90 motherboard, and then a graphics card, which is conceivably anywhere from $1,200 to $3,000. Doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why they're sending these cards to people that are going to go ahead and slap them into the ugliest fucking systems on the entire internet. And the way that they've done this social media rollout is just, the tip of the iceberg. Of course, the pricing is going to be the other thing. And, because as I said at the start, we thought that the $1,200 2080 Ti was replacing the Titan series, but that is no longer the case. So NVIDIA has screwed over any of their high-end consumers that maybe would have wanted to get a Titan to begin with, and some people are probably still going to go out and buy these. Maybe some 2080 Ti owners will trade in that card and go out and get one of these instead. These are all possibilities. I mean, I'm not saying there's a huge number of people that are in the market for these cards, but there are always going to be those extreme overclockers and people with just uber high-end systems that just want the fastest card out, no matter what the price point is. There's a lot of people like that, but it's still a very small fraction. It's like 0.1% or less of PC builders out there that would be interested in a card like this for putting it into a gaming rig. I mean, even the GeForce naming is completely gone from all of the images that we've seen so far. Deadmau5 also posted up a picture of the card. You can see it up here on top of a system, and it looks like the naming on the front of the card is gone. I mean, it could maybe be the lighting or something, but it does not look like there's any letters on the front side of the card, although it does appear to be the same exact cooler as the 2080 Ti, which is pictured right here next to it. So that, it doesn't look like they have any lettering on the front of the card, at least from this angle. Still 2 8-pin power connectors, though, just like the 2080 Ti, also, like I said, pictured right here in the same exact photo. And we also don't have anything yet confirmed in terms of specs, but if this is using the full-fat Turing TU102, then we can kind of get a good idea of what the specs would be on this card. So we are assuming it's going to have about 12 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory, so it's an extra gigabyte of VRAM, and about 300 more CUDA cores at 4608 compared to the 4352 of the 2080 Ti, so it's only a few hundred extra CUDA cores, an extra gigabyte of VRAM, which isn't really going to make that much of a difference, and it's also got some more tensor cores and RT cores as well. It's got 576 tensor cores versus the 544 tensor cores of the 2080 Ti. So this card is not going to be worth it for someone that was in the market already for a 2080 Ti. I mean, unless you're one of those people I mentioned that needs to have the best of the best of the best. I'm predicting this card is going to be maybe 3 to 5% faster at the most, like at the absolute most, which is tradition. That's usually what we see with the Ti cards and the Titan cards, although I guess it's a decent thing that the Ti came out first, but the pricing is really the broken part of this, because in the past, usually we've seen Titan cards come out for $1,200, and then like a month later, we would see the Ti come out, which would just be a slightly cut down version for half the price. And, that way that they did it was kind of messed up. So I'm glad that we got the Ti first, but I'm not happy with the way that they priced the entire 20 series, with now knowing that we have a Titan RTX coming probably within the next week or two. I'm expecting to see performance numbers on this, and it's, as I said, based on the specs, you could do the math of what the performance is going to be. It's not going to be a massive leap over the 2080 Ti. It's going to be very close, just like we've seen in the previous generations with Titans versus Ti cards. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I definitely look forward to your feedback and opinions, as always, if you, especially on price. What do you think the price is going to be on the Titan RTX, and how do you feel in general about the way that NVIDIA has rolled this out with the pricing on the 20 series and also having these social media influencers in some kind of an organized campaign, which the details of have not been disclosed of in any way whatsoever, if they had to make an agreement with NVIDIA to do this in order to receive these samples. So I'm going to get out of here and enjoy the rest of my weekend. I hope you guys all do the same as well, and I will see you tomorrow on Monday for another video. And you know what to do. Leave a like, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. So yeah, that hurt. I jammed my finger earlier. It hurt.